Enhanced plant attack speed 10,000 times. Challenge the Glacier Snowman with 660,000 HP. Zombie Handyman.
Hey there! Do you know what time it is? It's time for the grand reopening of the Bond's Burgers restaurant from 1974. That's right, after 4 long years of legal paperwork, we finally decided to use our backup plan, which we created after the tragic closure of the Bond's Burgers back in July 20th of 1974. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you the Relocate Project. But before we go into any crucial details, we want to greet all the new Bunny Smiles employees. Out of the way, let's start analyzing these details by checking what has ever happened since the closure of Bonds 4 years ago. As many of you might have known from our previous tapes, our beloved entertainers were safely secured and stored after the restaurant's closure. Later on, a good amount of business opportunities have emerged, such as books, merch and animated movies. We even got our very own TV show. That's when Felix Kranken had the brilliant idea of restore and reprogram the robots of Bond's Burgers with the purpose of relocating them in a new restaurant that would be opened in a not-so-distant future. A pretty smart plan, right? Making enough money to eventually reopen the Bond's Burgers restaurant is no doubt a brilliant idea. So let's give it up for Felix Kranken, a man with not only a giant brain, but also a giant heart.
Find a way out of the cage. That is unsuccessful. The wallet keeps trying to find a way out of that. Catch the owner's attention. The mighty rabbit must get out. The mighty rabbit needs to 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 get out. The rabbit is starving. 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 Is starving. Is starving. Is starving. Is starving. Is starving.
Welcome to Technical Support. Today we'll focus on the area tour and orientation inside K9, the Bunny Smile Storage Facility. We recommend all facility caretakers to have all needed equipment at hand and to always wear the Bunny Smiles uniform. But most importantly, all of you must always, under any circumstance, use your BSI ID card. Once you have all the necessary equipment at hand, we are ready to go. Hello, I see that you have made it to the storage facility. I bet you must be very excited and nervous to start working here. But let's stop and think. Do you have all the necessary items for your job task? I thought so. Let's put on a nice backpack and start packing some items. Let's check the items that you will require at K9. Flashlight? Check. Snack? Check. Key? Check. Camera? Check. I think we might be missing something. What else do we... Well, it's pretty dark in here. You should turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the... It's important to keep track of which rooms you enter. This place can be really tricky, and you could get lost very easily. This is the resting room. In this room you can sit down, rest, talk with coworkers, you name it. Remember to always keep this room as clean and organized as possible. A clean environment helps to get tasks done faster. A dirty environment only makes your job harder to get done. Alright, this is the main hall of the place. In front of you, you will find 3 doors. These are storage areas. The first door is used to save any kind of cleaning items and supplies. The second door is used to save all kind of prizes and merch that was available in the Bond's Burgers restaurant. The third door is used to...
Yes, I remember. Yes, let's see her way out. Yes, you'll know. Yeah, no, what's it? Not her window. You want to use that right there to the trust it all over anymore. Yeah, you're right on service open, right?
This is the basement. That area in the main storage area. And you can see this is the room where we store more important items, such as tables, or anything with birthday cups. Now, please follow me to the next door.
Burgers restaurant. Rules to avoid touching or shining light in our robots and then to our facility technician. Now, let's move on to the next...
Hold on, I remember we visited this room already.
Sophie, where am I? By the time the lady entered the backstage, as her voice told her to, missing husband wasn't there. Instead, she found a
When she woke up, she looked beautiful. But on the inside, it felt like every single part of her body was bleeding out.
know, but the place itself was open during a short period of time, in which during a number of cases occurred around the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there were complaints from people that lived near the restaurant about the place playing music during midnight, like 2 or 3 in the morning, along with the lights on, which was weird, because back then the company didn't really worry about hiring night guards. But yeah, the place closed after people reported hearing the screams of an adult woman inside of the restaurant.
Jeez.
So yeah. Some hours after that, the case was reported, residents decided to close the doors, probably because authorities needed to check the place or something. What's weird about this is that the last day Bob's was open, they only let like 1 or 2 families in. And they mentioned later that the animatronics, like the entertainers, were completely absent and the currents were closed.
Well, that's odd.
This sort of reminds me of the movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I think we changed these pieces with the new one.
Don't you think I should take some time? I mean, we gotta move on with the others soon enough to come to everything by Friday.
I mean, yes, but I think we should make them look as new as possible. That's the point of this whole project, right? I think we should restore as much as we can, don't you think?
Yes, but if we keep focusing on these small details, the reprogramming of the robots won't be finished.
Hey Kevin, I know we can add the blinking eye feature on this one. I just want it to really vanish. Almost as if someone did this intentionally.
I think all these holes in the streets and stuff were made after the closing.
What do you mean?
When the place closed down, some of the tests, the company who created the robots, had to revise them after noticing they didn't know irregularities in them. During the process, they probably did this mess to get to the end of the
Good night, guys.
God, it's so cold in this place.
Look at this key.
What?
Have you noticed how the company gives us this tiny key but never mentioned its purpose?
You're just overlooking stuff.
I mean, why would they give us a key with no use whatsoever?
Exactly. It has to be for something interesting.
Maybe, but we're out of time. We focus on finishing these robots by tomorrow.
Right.
Good night.
Hello. This will probably be the last part of today, please. So, yeah. Bad news. The programming phase was unsuccessful. We had a lot of inconveniences when we tried to report the robot. Some damaged parts and miscarriages and all it was impossible to edit its features. And let's not forget the fact that we didn't have enough time to end the project.
Yeah, we hope we can go back with better equipment and better thereby.
As Lily said, we're begging the company to allow us to return to a more organized plan. But for now, we're sending the reprogramming phase for the relocation project. And more.
Okay, exactly. I need to know because I am planning to buy her with a key. I'm sure what I was I could save the project. I was going to put it here and help you wake up. I think guys told me not to wander around, but I genuinely think this small piece would be a lifesaver. Took me a while, but I realized the key leads to the door. They were back doors. It seems like a small area, so I'll just go take a little peek, see if I can find anything interesting, and then go back. Simple. I'm just consider that I thought. I don't think I have much help, so I'll just try and peek around the doors and see what's inside. There's gonna be rooms with blind stuff. I came across this door, which is open. Kinda weird. Anyway, this room needs to have some spare endo pieces and from the looks of it, some unused animatronics, I guess. I won't go into detail about what I find since I'm in a rush, of course, and this room number 26 or 27, I think. As you see here, there are some spare heads. Nothing I interested in, to be honest. Yeah, this is bizarre. I can't really tell if it's funny as a robot or a puppet, but like, why is it hanging on the wall? This is really weird. This is the last floor, I've never seen this clown thing before. There's absolutely no way I'm getting close to that thing. I'll probably wait for you guys to this video and come down here with me so we can get close. I found this. I'm pretty sure that clown thing had a cassette player installed.
So I guess I'll have to be brave and try and see what this whole thing is. I don't really know why I do have a cassette player thing installed. So my guess is that it's used for birthday parties, like, play a customized tape or something? I don't know. But we're about to find out.
John, Susan, Charles, Rosemary, Sophie.
What? Wait a minute!